Well, hello again. Yes, I am finally getting some more video content out there, and I have a question for you. So, if you had something like this log, it is all red oak, it's 30 inches on one end and about 24 on the other, a couple big knots. What would you choose to split it on? Let me flip the camera around and I'll show you just what I have in mind. All right, so I grabbed Sherman and brought this one over. It was slightly frozen to the ground, but it's one of the uglier pieces that I have here in the wood yard. I was kind of saving it for just this type of occasion. And so the question that I want to pose this morning is, with something like this, what would you choose to put it on? Now, I have an Alpha 6 here with the box wedge. I do have a 4-way that travels with it. You know, you get the pullback arm, you know, the 4.5 inch box wedge here, all the goodies. Even have a 4-way that's going to travel with it. So, I mean, typically I would take something like that, log, buck it up into rounds, and run it through on a splitter that's designed for bigger size rounds. Yes, I know it's not a terribly large piece of wood, but it's pretty knotted and it's bigger than what I normally deal with. You know, we've got the Pro HD XL. It'd be right at capacity, but with this big, you know, kind of branch leader coming off of it, I know it wouldn't fit through on that. Then you'd have to fuss with it and do a bunch of resplits. But, you know, I think with what it is, I'm actually going to process this piece of wood on the Timberwolf Pro LP. Yes, I know. It has a 16-inch maximum log diameter, but I really think that I can make this happen. And here's why. So this just came in off the truck. Bought it from down south as a used unit. And are you ready for this? I mean, you might want to sit down if you're not. Oh yeah, baby. We're going to put that piece of wood up on here and make little pieces out of big pieces. So yeah, it's this TW10. Technically, I'm going to call it a TW8 because it's got the 8-foot cylinder on it. You're actually like 102 inches from the pusher plate to the wedge. And yes, that wedge is 36 inches tall. And the 4-way on it is smack right in the middle at 16, 17 inches. Standing next to it, it's actually a few inches taller than me. It is powered by a diesel engine. The little tank here is the fuel tank, and it might be a little excessive, but we're gonna play with it today. Ran it through its paces, so cycled the cylinder in and out a few times. Decent working order. We'll splash a paint job on it. I've got to do some wiring. It needs some lights in the back. Obviously, a big chunker fell off here and claimed the wiring plug for the pickup truck, so we'll get all that stuff fixed. It does come with a remote control, so you can sit right inside the cab of the machine and run the cylinder in and out. It's epically huge. It's so much fun to just walk around. I stopped over at the bank to just take care of some business, and I think there were at least 4 or 5 people just walking around it taking pictures. It was kind of fun. So let me get the excavator fired up. I'm going to cut the log here down to size and probably go right just behind that knot, and then we'll probably end up bucking this up because I do want to get some video here on the Timberwolf on the Alpha 6 because we got the auto cycle valve on it. It's supposed to run a little bit quicker cycle time than the last one, so I'm kind of curious how that's going to work. But for now, we're going to focus on this one and quarter it up and throw it on the LP. All right, I truly want to appreciate what is about to happen here. We're going to quarter this thing right down the middle, 4 different ways. Cut it so it just fits in there, almost like I knew what I was doing. I'm trying to get the 16-inch piece for the Alpha later. I do have the remote control in the cab, so gonna set the camera up and see what happens. Have to say that's pretty awesome to go from a whole log down to this. You know, the potential for this thing is going to be recycling centers, you know, mulch places. I don't care if you have a big tub grinder or, you know, like a horizontal grinder. You know, you always have a 36-inch throat or something like that on it, where yes, you probably could have shoved that through it in one shot, but 4 little pieces are going to go through so much quicker. I am thinking about renting this thing out, just trying to keep it somewhat close by. I don't want it going hours and hours or states away, but it's the preliminary plan right now. So I almost said Alpha 10, TW8 from Timberwolf. So, all right, we're gonna grab these pieces here, throw them over on the Pro LP, and finish this video out. Oh, well, that was fun. Never did anything like that before from the big TW10. We'll call it TW8 because of the 8-foot stroke on it. I haven't decided on a number yet for the whole tree splitter, whether I want to sell it or keep it. I think if I did sell it, it's going to be somewhere in like a $58,000 kind of number. We'll go back through. Like I said, I got to do some wiring. We'll paint it, so it'll be turnkey, ready to go for whoever the new owner is. But I want to get some utilization out of it first. So, but again, I'm always amazed about the amount of firewood that are in the larger chunks. And that wasn't even a big chunk that we put on there, and it still filled. That's probably a quarter of a cord that's in there, because it's a third filled up, and we're down maybe a foot on it. So pretty happy. Again, we've done it a couple of different ways. This is definitely excessive and overkill. We do sell that black splitter. It's the hydraulic cone splitter. It's like $8,100 plus the hoses, couplers, and mounting bracket is by far the most economical way of doing it. But hey, we'll go with overkill. Like I said, we had a 32-foot conveyor on a TW2 before, so now we use the TW8 for making firewood to put on an LP Pro. So I don't know. It is what it is. So if we can earn your business with the sales quote, it's 833-SPLITTER. It's 833-775-4887. You can also email me at sales@shaverequipment.com. And would love to hear from you in person. Let me know your thoughts about this whole tree splitter, and we'll go from there. Toss the comments down below. Do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button here on the channel so you can stay up to date on everything we've got going on. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.